Happy Taco Tuesday. I'm Lifestyles with Eric. Hey, Bev, thanks for coming in today. Everybody that comes in tonight, make sure you like the video. I'd appreciate that very much so. It's been a few days since we've seen each other last. Thank you for all the thumbs up for the shorts that I did and also the live videos that I did over the weekend while I was doing my little catering thing, cooking a little bit. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We had a lot of new people come in. We had a lot of trolls too, but that's okay. I'm always glad when a lot of people are participating, whether they're trolls or just new people coming on board to see what I'm talking about. But I just wanted to say thank you for the participation, everyone. Thank you. It's been almost 6 years actually since we've been doing this podcast, and of course, we still want to grow this thing bigger and bigger. We want more people to come on board. We're looking for more people to be a part of the Lifestyles family. Um, and we're getting there, slowly but surely. It's a grind. It's not easy, but we're going to keep on pushing out the content, the topics, and introducing new people to Lifestyles with Eric, and also having new people a part of Lifestyles with Eric. But I just appreciate everybody coming on and all the people that participate. Um, that really means a lot. Hey, Kenyatta, thank you for coming in this evening. Happy Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. I'm Lifestyles. Thank you. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Make sure you like the video when you come in, please. You may not be able to like it until you get off. I'm not sure, but definitely like the video. But yes, I hope everybody's having a good evening so far. I hope everybody's week is going pretty decent so far. Mine isn't going too bad. Just ready to get through the rest of the week, I guess. Now I'm not trying to rush it, but sometimes I tell you when you're off on the weekends, you just kind of look forward to the weekend. Hey, Miss Jerice, thank you for coming in tonight. We got a faithful member in the house. Thank you for coming in. All righty. We got our people coming in. We got our family coming in. We got Mr. Rico coming in live. We got Mr. Rico. We got Mr. Rico coming in live.
Hear me? Hear me?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
You low. You real low.
What about now?
Low.
Oh, no. I don't know.
You real low.
I'm up. My volume's up. My volume's up.
Uh, hmm. Okay. You say something?
Yo,
Hmm.
still low?
You just real low. Like I can hear you. Um, Yeah, you real low. Huh. You can hear me good, right?
Hear you? Yeah, I hear you good.
Yeah, you sound real far away. Hey, yeah, you sound Hey Donna, you sound real far away. Uh
Want me to leave and come back in?
I mean you can try to leave and come back in, see what happens. Let me see.
Okay.
Okay. Having a little technical difficulty with Mr. Rico's mic, so we're gonna have him come back in here in a second. Make sure you like the video when you come in. Again, I'm Lifestyles with Eric. We are live. We're doing a live stream tonight. We're going to talk about, I got some new things I'm going to introduce called Ratchet News. I want to start talking about just a couple of ratchet things or ratchet people every podcast, and we'll do that. It's called Ratchet News. Ratchet News. If you have some ratchet news, you can always send it to me, or you can type it in, or we can talk about it. Okay. So we're going to start doing a segment called Ratchet News. Ratchet News. Got Mr. Rico.
Okay, what about now? Okay, I think I had something blocking it.
All right. Okay, everybody, we got Mr. Rico in the house. We're live, Taco Tuesday. Good evening, Mr. Rico. What's going on, my brother? What's happening?
Oh man, just
What's
staying
the
sucker
word?
free.
What's the word? What's the word? Anything good, brother?
Staying sucker free. Staying sucker free.
That's all right. I like that. Stay sucker free, baby. That's all right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Donna, Vivian, everybody, thank you. Welcome. We are live stream with Rico. Mr. Rico and Lifestyles. What's going on, everyone? What is going on? We're going to introduce a new segment called Ratchet News. We're going to start talking about, we all see ratchet shit every day, maybe a few times a week. But we're going to start discussing it just in that term. It's going to be ratchet news because what it is ratchet. Us normal folks don't act this way. And so it's funny to us, although sometimes it is disturbing at the same time. But yeah, we're going to start saying, we're going to start talking about ratchet people and ratchet news. It may be one or two stories that we'll have, me or Mr. Rico will have, and we'll definitely start bringing it up. But I got a couple. We'll talk about them here in a second. What else? Kids are still violent. A lot of stuff going on here in Indianapolis and other surrounding places. These kids are off the damn hook. We talked about it a week ago, whatever, parents and accountability and raising your children and it takes a village and all that shit. But, Rico, at the end of the day, like I said, you got to raise your kids at home, and then maybe you'll get a little assistance out in the community. But if you don't raise your kids at home, then you can't expect for total strangers to raise your children or mentor your child. They have to have some kind of substance to work with. So I just don't like the fact that a lot of people are still saying the community needs to do more. The community needs to do more. No, parents need to do more. Parents need to step up. There needs to be accountability. And if they start giving these parents a little bit of that time that these kids get, then I think these parents would step it up on raising their children and doing better with raising children. I think the laws need to get a little bit more harsher when kids are under 18 years old with parenting. There has to be, again, some sort of accountability. Kids aren't normally just born bad. It takes a little bit of time to get to a certain point. And if you do not mold that child, then yes, they'll end up 11, 12 years old doing horrific things. They could be killing people at 11 or 12 years old. At least that's what I hear in Chicago. I hear if you're by 12 years old, they say in Chicago, you better know how to unalive somebody. You better know how to use a gun at 11 or 12 years old in Chicago. That's what they say in the hood. It's just about survival. But as far as these bad children and just running amok and going to the state fair to fight and you in the broad daylight with little kids around and luckily there was no weapons being drawn. I mean, this has just got to stop. And I'm going to say it because it's ours that are doing it, and it's the Black children. I'm sick of it. Thanks for coming in, Blessed Duo. And that's no disrespect to the shop, baby. It's just it's every area is just different. Every place is different. And there's a different way to come up and grow up in every area that we know. Um, the Bronx, I've been to the Bronx a few times. I've been to the Bronx a few times. I know different areas and different places, just different ways of moving around and getting around. You know, of course, I lived in Cali. I went to LA, Compton, Inglewood, all those places. So it's just it. You're right, Blessed Duo. It's sad, and violence is everywhere, and it's just a different way all the way around. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah. Well, they say charity begins at home, and uh, when they always try to depend on the community to raise a child, it begins at home though. As soon as your child walks out the door, your child represents you. But not to say that a bad or misbehaving teenager or whatever don't mean that the parent is bad. All you know, that don't mean that too. But with that said, charity begins at home. See, America got this thing about making violence, like making it like just a thing, when America is built on violence anyway. So it begins how we as American people, how we should start like policing ourselves. Like we should police ourselves. Like a
What do you mean
police
by that?
by just discipline yourself. Like you know, you don't need police and only for certain things. Some people just think that that solves the problem is police, but police yourself. Have
Right,
self discipline. Have act like that. You know, some kids should act like how I used to be. That I would act like, well, even though my mom or dad ain't around, I still gotta act like somebody gonna see me cutting up, and then to
right,
get back to them. And they don't have that fear in them like that. But and when you say it and I seen that too, like in the daytime, like man, we didn't do that. We followed. I mean, we did that, and I can't really like. I don't want to be a hypocrite about it because I did it before when I was young, but when we grew out of it, you know, this is 30 years ago when we was doing it. You know what I'm saying? But that was just that was just product of our environment too. But in the daytime, we waited till like it was just good, like they say, time and place for everything. It's a time and place for everything. It's a time to shut your mouth and it's a time to say something. You know what I mean?
right,
And that's what this whole world is. It operates that way. Like they don't think, they just do, and worry about the consequences later. And it's weak. I think it's weak to me, and I think these parents do need to step up because they're getting lazy. Parenting is getting lazy. Everybody's getting lazy with all the new tech. I love technology, but I ain't gonna let it rule what I do. I still like to pick up a book instead of just reading my phone. I still like to pick up a physical book. So I don't know, man. It's weird. It's just getting to it's weak. It's getting weak to me. And people don't see this, man. It's crazy. They need to get a better grip on their children.
right. But Blessed Duo, you're absolutely right. I agree. We've as Black people have lost sense of family and community, but that was all by design. We just got to get out of that design. You know, they broke up our family structure in the early '70s on purpose. with welfare and all that shit, and putting us in the projects, and with the single mothers and the kids and no daddy and all that shit. So we've got to break that monotony. We've got to break all of that cycles. The cycle, the downward spiral. We've got to break all of that. The curse, we got to break it. You said you had been in trouble. I mean, you had did fights and little stuff like that. Same with similar situations, but you were saying that your difference was that you were raised, you weren't neglected. You weren't neglected. You weren't neglected by your parents. You just chose to do some bad shit at that particular time because of the environment, the people you might have hung around, your peer group. Whatever.
Yeah. And then it'd be where it'd be situations where you ain't going there for that, but it might happen because people think different, or somebody be trying to make a name for themselves. It's just all that situation. So you keep your head on the swivel anyway. Like, we didn't go looking for trouble. We didn't go just, we going in here. But now I can't even say that it wasn't a couple of them that was like that. That we going in here and tear it up. But you have ones that be like, nah, we going in here and it ain't. But it's different. It was different then than it is now. Now it's all about. It's weird to me. Like, we ain't had cameras, and they got cameras, and it's about this clout crap and all that.
They video on why they trying to shoot you and fight you. They video on air. They video on why they trying to shoot. What kind of shit is that?
That's self-incriminating. It's self-incriminating, and it's just like it makes you. It does make you question parenting, like the person even holding the camera. Like,
what about the one I just saw with the 3 little boys stealing out of Walgreens, man, with robes on like little women?
Yeah,
and you can tell that they were raised by women. They acted so feminine and disrespectful to adults. It was pathetic. It's crazy. It's sad, man. That was super sad.
And I think a lot of parents
super sad.
I think a lot of parents, the parents, not grandparents, but the parents of this era, they do stuff in front of their kids too much, man. They do stuff in front of their children.
They don't too much in front of the kids.
No respect for their own child. But they be wanting
the kids mimic the freaking mamas. You got the boys mimicking the women, and it's
crazy.
Sad.
They don't know any better, and it's just like
they don't know any better. Yeah,
they don't know any better because, like, man, it sucks. It sucks. And some of these children, they advance. They know who to do it around. They know who to cut up around. They know. See, it won't happen around somebody like me and you. And we gonna stopping it. I'm stopping it. You ain't about to do nothing. You ain't about to do nothing. You can't whoop me, so you might as well just go ahead and chill out.
Yeah. Yep.
But I'm glad it's some men that's still, what I'm saying, some men with some backbone. Still left.
Yeah. we got to stand for something or don't stand for nothing. And I'm a dad and a man and a father that's going to stand on something. And my principles, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to differ. I'm not going to waver, and I'm going to stand on what I stand on. That's it. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Because if I see those kids cutting up, I'm a choke. If I see them cutting up, I'm gonna put them in check, and they can put their father on me or whatever later. But if I see you, I'm stopping it. Like, I ain't gonna let you do that.
Right. All right, people, we got let's go with a little bit of the ratchet news. All righty. The type of behavior has become the norm. You're right, Blessed Duo. It has become the norm. You're right. I'm sick of that ratchet ass, ghetto ass behavior. I don't want it to be the norm. I'm sick of that shit.
Irritating.
Yeah, it's very irritating. So, ratchet news. We got a 25-year-old Jahisa Herring of Memphis. Uh, works at a wing stop. Did work at a wing stop. So evidently, this restaurant, I guess they were getting ready to close. You got a couple patrons waiting on their food. She rings them up. I'm just kind of giving you guys a backdrop of the story. She rings them up. It comes to a certain amount. The people end up being about 62 cents short. She goes in the back, takes a bowl that shakes up the wings with to mix the season on them, and she pours hot grease in that bowl. She comes back up to the front and pours that hot grease on the patrons because she was angry. Now, how many times have we just here lately have we seen people working at these fast food restaurants doing crazy shit like this? What is going on mentally with these people, man? Seriously, why would you throw hot grease on your patrons because they might have been a few cents short on an order? Come on now, this shit it's not making any sense, man.
No, it
One
don't.
of those people had 18% of her body burned up. I mean, I don't want no percent of my body burned up.
Yeah. That right there is just, and that's what I said. Acting on impulses because they mad because
Okay,
they.
hold on, people. Hold on just a second. Go ahead and finish that. Hold on, Rick.
But yeah, I don't know. This generation is very ratchet, very ratchety. No morals. Pour hot grease on somebody that's short. Wow. I can't even talk about that kind of stuff. I can't read the comments, y'all, so I just gotta pause or whatever until you get back. But thanks, y'all. Thanks for hanging with me. Oh, shoot, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yo, where you going? Okay, all right. Oh. Junk mail.
All right, people, I'm back. Had to handle some business. All right, Rico,
Okay.
we back. Okay, so yeah, so I got one more ratchet news, and then we'll take a few minutes to talk about the Hurricane Katrina thing. So we got one more ratchet news. Mom of nine out of Miami Gardens apartments. Um, Mom of nine out of Miami Gardens apartments. That's the first thing I'll say. Mom of nine left her kids in filthy conditions. She has 9 counts of child neglect. Why do women have these many kids? I'm not gonna say men because women have children. So why do these women have all these children? They birth them in poverty. They keep having kids by bum ass niggas, bum ass men, and ninjas. Um, and then they get mad at the ninjas for not taking care of these kids. Why do they? That's come on, man. I mean, some stuff is to me is easy. It's easy. After you done had 9, after 4 you should have been done. 3, you just over and over. I mean, poverty, but you're in poverty. You're living in poverty. You birthing babies in poverty. So then when they grow up, they're in poverty. So then they end up having kids and doing the exact same thing over and over again.
Damn.
It's a cycle, man. Who's getting
9.
somebody pregnant with 6 or 7 kids, man? Who is getting a woman pregnant with 6 or 7 children? I mean, come on, man. It's over. Okay. There is no husband. You're washed. Let me say it one more time, ladies. If you have 9 children, you're washed up. It's over. It's over. Here's the thing. A man can have 9 children because men don't have kids. A man can change his life and do the right thing, get a good job, and go start another family with somebody else and have 9 kids across town. So when a woman has 9 kids for herself, you're done. It's hard to get a husband. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you the reality. It's hard. You're done. So anyway, she was locked up for her kids having feces and dirty conditions. So she was locked up for this shit, man. That's the last of the ratchet news. It's a cycle, definitely a cycle. And I'm sick of the cycle. I'm sick of it, man. This is because little kids can't take care of themselves. Grown-ups can. Grown-ups can.
Because the grown-ups care about themselves more than they do the kids. So that's why the house.
Yeah. She probably were. I bet you if you seen her out in person, you wouldn't be able to tell she had 9 kids.
Yeah, that'd
Probably look
be.
good. Probably look good and everything.
Now, if you're a woman and you take care of your children or whatever, or however it is, if you can have all them children, you take care of them. That's one thing. But if they just walking around and filth and trying to just hunger in, you got
Nose is
9, 2 of them
nose is
hungry.
running and shit. Nose is running. Mama,
You
mama,
know,
mama, mama.
you
I'm
got to think
hungry, mama.
about.
I'm
I mean,
hungry, mama.
something's wrong with probably one of them that you ain't paying attention to, and yeah, man,
Sad, sad,
rapid moves.
sad, sad. Um,
That's rapid moves.
Super sad. So I don't know if you remember watching Hurricane Katrina. I know everybody remembers Hurricane Katrina back in 2005, August 29th. It's almost been 20 years since that horrific event. Supposedly, it was a natural disaster, but a lot of people that are from New Orleans said that they heard explosions, and then all of a sudden the levees broke. So I just want people to know that everything's not an accident. Everything's not an accident. Some things are meant to happen. Some things are purposely done. But I just want to know what everybody was doing 20 years ago when Hurricane Katrina was going on and you were watching this on TV. I know for me, I felt helpless. I wanted to help those people so bad. I wish I could have went down there and helped those people, but there was nothing I could do but send money in different organizations. That's what I was doing, just sending a little money here and there when I could. But I was wishing there was some way I could make it down there to help, but I couldn't. When our own government didn't want to help those people. I just hope that we never experience another natural disaster where they treat their own American people or citizens like they are refugees because they called them that. And they weren't refugees from their own country, from the United States of America. So I hate the fact that they literally treated them like they were refugees, or like, no, actually they didn't treat them like refugees because they treat them better. They treated the American people, because 80% of New Orleans was black at that particular time. They treated them like pieces of shit and like they were in a third world country, and they didn't get any help when they were supposed to send helicopters and buses and things to get those people out of there. Instead, they were listening to rumors and different things like that. They were telling they didn't want they were willing to help these black people on stipulations. They were saying that they were stealing and looting and stuff like that. So that's the reason why they didn't help these people. This is the sickest story I've ever seen in my life when it comes to a American natural disaster, was Hurricane Katrina, in my own opinion.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Pretty devastating. Pretty devastating. Because it took a lot of the athletes and stuff that they stepped up before the politicians did. Cause they was doing all they was doing the actually they was first responders with the first responders. So yeah, hopefully they learn. You got to learn from stuff like that. But yeah, I remember when they came. When they was up here, when yeah. So it was, they had to go somewhere, and we welcomed them because I lived in North Oaks at the time on 52nd, and yeah, we welcomed them.
It was a lot of them here. A lot of them were here.
My whole apartment, they had it sold up.
Yeah, it was a lot of New Orleans. I met a chick from New Orleans back then. Yep, I sure did.
Yeah, it was fun. They was pretty cool. Like, it was,
Yeah.
they had the whole back of the apartments back there when we lived there, and it was cool though. I mean,
It's messed up. What'd you say?
They didn't bother us. The crime went up a little bit, but they didn't bother us though. They was cool. But according to stats and all that, the crime went up when.
I think it was messed up how they were displaced and didn't tell their family where they were getting sent to.
It was a lot of that.
They spread out kids, and kids didn't know where their parents were. I mean, they really effed up that situation.
They really slacked on that at the time. That was really messed up how they did.
I mean, man, I was watching it on TV. I mean, that was horrible. I mean, I just hope again nothing like that ever happens again. I mean, that was really it just made our country look bad, man. It did.
Yeah, it did. It was like, yeah, globally, people, other countries was like,
they were trying to help us. Remember?
Yeah.
Other countries were trying to help us, and I'm like, but we normally send a boat out to help somebody else. We normally go straight to somebody's country and start helping them, but we were already in our own country. Didn't send a Navy boat to help our own people.
They was dragging the feet. That was bad.
It took way too long, Rico. They let a certain amount of people die for a reason. It was all for a reason.
And just watching them on top of their houses, and
that my heart, that hurt, man, because you knew
why they ain't got no, they had their own shrimp boats out there trying to, the residents was like, where is the big, we got to make sure, how they was doing all these excuses, make sure the currents don't put our guys at risk. Like, that's what they go there for.
They were making all the excuses. I saw something, man. This dude was saying, they got a documentary out. Ryan Coogler's got a documentary on Hulu out about it. And I saw this guy was saying, if my grandmother's out there, if anybody's out there, my grandmother, I don't know. I ain't seen nobody since this started. I hope everybody's alive. I'm letting them know I'm alive. The shit it's worrying about your parents, your folk, your grandma, man. I mean, people's grandmothers was passing away out there in the water floating around, man. I
Yeah,
mean, you know, the people was on them roofs, man, was probably gonna die, Rico, man.
yeah,
You
because
know,
once they
they
run out of food,
eventually,
yeah.
huh?
Once they run out of food, or
Yeah, I mean, but that water was coming up so high they didn't have nowhere to go.
yeah,
They had
and
nowhere
then
else to go.
they're just terrifying. It's just you gotta wait and watch it. Just like even if they did survive it, you still gotta wait for the somebody to come and get you, or you gotta wait for the water to go down. It was just you ain't know what to do, man.
Nah. Um, yeah, like I said, I hope that we never go through nothing like that again. I hope Indianapolis never, you know, experiences anything like that, or no other state. I just, I hope that those people, you know, I don't know. I just hope that they're okay now. That's a mental thing, you know. That's something mentally that you can't wash away. You can wash away clothes and houses and furniture and food and things like that, but you can't wash away those memories. And so
Yeah,
those memories will always be there, stuck in all of those people's heads, like a drop of water in your ear that you just can't dig out. It's going to be there. That's it, you know. And so I pray for those people, those families, everybody that was displaced back there in New Orleans, and I hope that they never experience anything traumatic like that, anything traumatic like that ever again, or anybody else does for that matter. That was horrific, and our government definitely, wow, we got some making up to do. I'll say that. But yeah, I appreciate everybody participating tonight. I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. This was a good live. Man, we touched on a few things, and we got it all. We got it all combined on in. You're right. So yeah, traumatic. Absolutely, blessed duo. But right on, Mr. Rico. Thanks for coming in, man.
so
Let's see. Tomorrow's Wednesday, our normal day. We'll see. We'll see what we do. We'll see. We'll see what you got going on. Um, and then we'll get back on purpose. So what I'm gonna start doing too, as long as we do it at least 3 days a week. I mean, I don't know which. Some days I'm gonna try to keep a certain day, but then some days it might not be the exact day. But let's just still try to get those 3 days in. But we're gonna start adding some new people to the mix. Mr. Michael, the one we had, the Mr. Mike, we had him on not too long ago. Um, I got a sex expert that I met on TikTok. I want to try to get her on, and a couple of other people that I want to get on and interview. So we're gonna definitely get some new people on here and just try to get this YouTube where we need to get it to. But in the meanwhile, everybody still stick with you. Still stick with Lifestyles and Rico. We're gonna push this platform to where we need to push it to. In the meanwhile, we're gonna keep it positive. Peace and love, absolutely, and let's grow together. All righty. I'll see you guys soon. I'm Lifestyles. Take it easy. Peace.
so,
All right.